Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome to a bit of Pillars of Eternity, if the game can load my saves. Now, I know it said it couldn't cloud sync before, but that's interesting that it's just actually had to take some time to load the saves, but here we go. So yeah, so we're doing the White March, and this time we're properly doing it. We're not just accepting quests and playing silly, I guess. On an editorial note, I just want to say this game has ruined my fucking life. In that I can't play any other RPG right now. It's always on my mind, this game. To say that I've never really loved this game. It only really clicked with me, well, in the White March DLC, because it has nothing to do with the main game. Or,
of course.
Let's follow this obvious trail. It never really clicked with me. Oh wow, he's already got 10 wounds. But look how much damage he's taken. So we need to get this guy some armor, I think.
It's time to miss my neighbors.
Because he's probably attacking quite quickly already, so we need to mitigate that damage a little bit. So I do like that, but you need something. You need something good. In fact, you've got some rings that we can give you. Overseeing? That would be good for me. No, those would be good for you, because you have a lot of AoE stuff. That was practically made for you. What's this? It's a club. Don't need it. Right. Let's have a look at something here. Yeah. So, with yeah, you can have that. You need a lot of defensive stuff. With that. Aura of stealth. No. Boots, they're for paladins, I think, so they're no good to you. Armor, what can we give you? You don't need heavy armor, maybe just eat medium armor. But I ain't got any good heavy armor. I suppose I could give you that. It's better than nothing. I don't know if he actually loses anything for having this armor. At least his damage reduction's lower now. Or higher. Yeah, I think that'll do. So we can get him some other better stuff. Yeah. Let's see how I get some of that.
Well?
So yeah, since I tried playing like Rogue Trader, I'm like, as always, I'm sort of just like I'm doing one fight at a time. I will complete that game by hook or by fucking crook, but I am not. But it's just like no, I'd rather just play Pillars. Is it trapped?
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
Oh, okay. This simple shrine is covered in a thick layer of snow, fallen leaves and feathers. A pair of curving bones flank the altar. Examine it more closely. Shrine does not appear to be frequented often, though traces of old candleworks line the edges of the stone. With the dusting of frost, you know a rectangular section of the altar surface seems to be cleaner than the rest. As if something once rested here. Touch the altar. You feel a tingle run up your arm as you set your fingers to the altar. In the instants after, the wind seems to die down, the sounds of the wilderness growing muted to your hearing. Then you hear a sudden low growl, quickly joined by more. A vision strikes you like a sudden memory, though it is unbounded by time or place. Within a sea of darkness you see a great beast, formless save for its gleaming fangs. It growls and snaps with increasing desperation and savagery. And for a moment it feels that its rage is your own. A possessive fury that tears at you. Something has been taken, your territory threatened, and the price for it will be paid in blood. The vision fades, just as swiftly as it came. The altar stands silent and still, and the air fills again with the occasional trill of bird song. The hunter's favour. Okay. So it seems as though the shrine has been stolen from. And maybe that's why there's been these attacks. Where can this take us now if we go? We could go to Dagon's Battery this way, but no. Shrine of Gallowayne? Oh, I thought it would be. Yeah, the god of nature's fury. Particularly of forests and beasts. Boots of speed. 3 move speed. Stalwart Boney. Stalwart's residents use assorted pieces of carved fish bone as supplemental currency. Most bonies are carved from a large flat spot on the skulls of the speckleback fish. Speckleback fish. The carvings are intricate enough that outsiders find them valuable for their artistry. Oh, that's good. Boots of speed. Who hasn't got any boots? Because if no one's got any boots, you're having the boots of speed. Move speed. Does that say anything about attack speed as well? Because you need to get in and out of combat quickly, so I'm going to give those to you. I had a viewer comment recently. I appreciate it'll be a while before they get to this video. But to those who did, thank you for commenting and subscribing and telling me your builds. Human Monk and I think a Death Godlike Cypher, which is really cool. That's what I want to play. Played Paladin as well. I love Paladins again, they're fantastic. But a group of elves stand in a scattered ring around an ogre, but they do not appear to be engaged in battle. The ogre is bound with a rope and one of the elves tugs harshly on the red line tied around the ogre's neck. This is pointless, beast. You won't get anywhere by being stubborn. The ogre only snorts angrily and pulls back on the rope. 2 other elves prod him somewhere timidly with their poleaxes. The ogre does not budge. Hey, Vemeril? One of the elves turns to look at you, monitoring the man occupied with the ogre. The elves turn to look at you, hands falling to their weapons. Look as a final sharp yank on the rope before he turns as well. I punch the nearest elf. Five. You're a long way from home. Oh, we'll be further from it still tomorrow. Just picking up some help along the way, it says as he looks up to the ogre. What are you doing to that ogre? This creature will come into to Wasteland. We've had some trouble on the roads, but having an ogre along should put an end to it. I purchased him from some slave hunters not far from here, looking to recoup their expenses, I expect. He's not much worth. He's not worth quite so much coin. Punch the nearest elf. Yeah, fuck slavers. Might 11. You aim a solid punch at the elf's face. The blow only sends her stumbling a few steps backwards. We're under attack! As they heft their weapons, the bound ogre takes advantage of the commotion and hauls backwards, tearing the rope free of his captor's hands. With a triumphant roar, the ogre pulls the part of the bindings on his arms. Stop that ogre! Don't damage my property, and bring me that fool's head. So yeah. Another game was that I had tried playing Lionheart. One at a time. Oh, they attacked me. Well, sorry, I wanted to help the ogre, but fact, I wonder if we can capture Van Roll. Easy, easy. We want to attack the dominated one. They're hard, aren't they? Yeah, I'm playing a game called Lionheart, which was from like Black Isle Studios, or one of Obsidian's first, or Black Isle Studios' last games, or Obsidian's first. At least he's using his wounds, that's good.
I'm here.
Bitter cut. Nice. Also that for Eddie. $16 to 23 crores slash damage. Infestation of maggots, no. Vile thorns, no. No. Just instantly no. It's a good sword, but it ain't that good. So it's great if you haven't got, if you're using sabers and you haven't got anything else. It's good for spellcasters, assuming that your spellcasters can use the money of it now. Hello. The grey white fur has snagged on the scramble. Yeah, so like I was trying to play Lionheart, and it's like it's quite a good game. I would say it's actually the predecessor to this, in that like you have a spirit within you. It takes place in like a fantasy Jerusalem, or like, it actually takes place in Barcelona. But it's like it's based on like which of the Lionhearts and Saladin's crusades, and how they teamed up together to beat an evil that has summoned demons and magic into the world. And yeah, it goes into the idea of like, well, you know, how do people born with magic, you know, do things and whatnot, and yeah, like the new race that spawned about it. Exhaustion. An arrow has pierced its fall like a just fingers. Examine the wound. It appears to be across the hunter's path. Try to remove the arrow? Still at first. Towards you. Well, we put it out of its misery either way. Silver arrow. His hairs rise in the back of your hand. So yeah, it's like Lionheart. It's pretty darn cool game. But
I'm starting to miss my neighbors.
Stag Helm. Okay, okay. You're wearing that. I don't know if you need that or if you'd be better with the Stag Helm. Or it's... oh, it'll be in here, won't it? 2 athletics, 1 dexterity, immunity to stuck. Or, I'll give that to you actually.
Yes.
Yeah. See, it's a good game. It's Lionheart. It's just I was playing it. I'm like, no, I'd rather play Pillars. But the thing is, I'm only going to play this when I'm recording. There's absolutely no point in me playing Pillars without recording it. it's gonna get stuck. Let's move you closer. Shit, Eddie ain't doing too good. You need some. There's still some help as well. Yeah, I think I have to micromanage my characters specifically. Because their healing script, yeah, it'll come in handy, but it's like I'd prefer to actually be a bit more involved in the combat there, so... Okay. So yeah, so I've tried playing other games, it's like, it's not working. So I've downloaded Divinity Original Sin 2, which I go up to Act 3 in, and I'm like, I just can't take it anymore, so I'll see how this goes. But yeah, I'm planning, I usually make pre-made characters, but I make my own character, but I think I'll play a pre-made one for a change. But yeah.
Don't see many on these roads, and the few we do are hunters, woodcutters, or smugglers.
She cocks an eyebrow at you and gives you a half smile. She holds herself with a confident grace, a conspicuous old stare slung over one hip. Beyond is a wagon loaded with supplies, manacles staying on from my end. Defiler, is it? Which are you? Hunter, woodcutter, or smuggler? The high, clear pearls of her laughter ring across the snow plain.
I suppose you could say I'm a hunter.
Of course. He just drummed over the drum. With the tool leather of a holster.
I'm looking for a fugitive from Raid Saris, an indentured servant, and a wanted criminal.
What exactly is he wanted for?
Besides breaking his indenture, he slew his master's 13-year-old son, killed the boy before he fled.
He belongs in prison, not a slaver's pen.
His master sees it differently. Shame we couldn't do business.
Right. You know, the conversation doesn't end there, right? You ask, are you gonna help me or not? I mean, I don't care, I'm happy killing a fucking slaver, but... I think Kana. I'm gonna change yours. Oh yeah. Yeah, like they just sort of stand there and they're not really doing anything, so I might just, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to change the scripts to aggressive. So at least then I don't have to do as much. Hold ground.
Yes. I'm starting to miss my neighbors.
We can do business. What? Oh, so that's them saying.
As you wish.
Horse. Hello, horse. As you walk toward the frozen pond, appears in the mist. Kneeling down, you see it next to a hole in the ice. The figure moves a large chest and throws it into the water without hesitation. The figure looks around. You glimpse a face you've seen before. Hixetl, one of Laughter's acolytes, pulls a hood over his head and throws a leather bag over his shoulder. Without looking back, he walks away in the direction of Stalwart Village. Oh. So yeah. Let's get looking around. Before we do, is it trapped?
Good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Ban. So nice. But yeah, I want to play more Pillars. The problem is that I like doing the voice acting. My darling dearest likes to hear me talk, so yeah. As for other games I want to play, I was even thinking like Paper Mario. If you've not seen Paper Mario, it's a turn-based role-playing game. Very, very good. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, I really want to play it, so that might be the one I do after Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We shall see. The cracked wooden staff is buried beneath the frost and snow. To your senses, the gathered essence shines like a beacon. Examine the area. The camp is long abandoned and what remains is buried beneath an ice. So I don't know. Just spoken stuff. You reach out with your watcher senses. Feel this drifting soul surge forward as if eager to be heard. A feeling of fear and urgency ripples through you. Here across the distance spanned by time and identity, you know only that you're out of time. Oh.
Did you think to escape me by climbing a mountain? I would have tracked you across the sea, thief.
Please, Master, have mercy. I kept the grimoire hidden safely away, and I can take you to it.
The book is nothing. If you had studied a little longer, you might have learned that. But no apprentice of mine will steal from me and live.
Wait, no! I think I see something.
That map. Trees, a rock, and it's either a river or a path. There. Is where I'm guessing.
Keeping an eye out.
No, not there. No. Return to the Banner Camp. So yeah, I want to play some other games, but I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. Paper Mario would be fan-fucking-tastic. I tried playing the Super Mario RPG, but the problem with that was, like, for some reason on my emulator it crashed. Vampires. Gently with the fingers, they're the best part. I don't want... A slow smile creeps across her face as you approach. The men and women look at you, their mouths filthy with blood and goblets of flesh. Well, hello there, handsome. What brings you to this part of the russet wood? Why did you tell me what brings you here? The god of death has willed that we are to remain here as servants of the pallid night. There is a path to the wheel that some stray from. The patrons of animancy, the very old, the blindly lucky. We set them right, wrath allows us to consume them, that we might continue his work until it is decided that we too have overstayed. Until then, we relish the journey. I'm looking for an ogre matron. Oh, how nice. Forgive me for saying it, but I've never met one of Barath's chosen before. The restaurants makes me. You have nothing to fear from us. In fact, we are at your service. Is there anything you wish of us? Why do you venerate Barath? Because of this. She pulls aside her cloak and reveals a gaping bloodless wound over her heart. All of us bear similar wounds. We should be dead, but we still walk. Do you have anything to trade? We have quite a few things that might interest you, but our stock is limited. We aren't merchants after all. Okay. So, that sounds really good. I'll take that. A necklace of fireballs. Grants fireball, 8 charges remaining. I might have to take that just as a thing to use for later. Potion of power. I'll take those because I'm going to need some potions later. Yeah, they don't sell much. Obviously they're not merchants. We'll sell these traps though. Don't really use them. And then my stash that I can get rid of. Nice. So, ordinarily, these guys would be like, no, we're probably going to want to kill you. Because I'm a death godlike, they serve me. I am practically not exactly the living avatar of a god, but they kind of like that, you know? It's like, yeah, I'm pretty much like a direct heir of Barath's throne, you know? I have their lineage, I have their blood in my veins. So that's kind of neat. I was really wondering, like... In fact, this sort of needs to be more of a thing in Pillars of Eternity. I'm just gonna say, I think that this game does the class roleplay stuff pretty badly. Like, Paladins are the only class that actually have roleplay stuff, Paladins and Priests. Because you have dispositions, and when you have certain dispositions, your abilities get better. Yeah, and okie dokie. Never mind then. just get your ass kicked. Hey, left versus nests. Fucking hell, we're taking some beatings here, aren't we?
So much for you.
Jesus, this is bad. Yeah, you know what? Reload the save. Fuck this. But yeah, it's like priests. Like there should be so many more interactions where like, I'm a priest of Barath. Why are we not talking about Barath? You know. It's like if I like, for example, it was the Temple of Barath in like Deerford Lake or Deerford Village, and it should be a case of like, oh, just try that. That's great.
Of course. What is it?
So we can't really go that way. Do I want them to deal with the ogres? I don't really want them to get them. I sort of do in a way because they are vampires, but then again, I am a servant of Barath, so let's roleplay and say fuck it now. I'm gonna let them live their lives, unless there's a Chivo. Let's have a look. I doubt there would be, because that requires a very specific playthrough, doesn't it? Why can't I open my achievements? No mind, fuck it. We're gonna just come back to that later. But yeah. Let's deal with the ogres on our own. But let them come over here. So, our monk friend really is holding his own. He's doing a fantastic job. Luck of the skeletons always come out after the fighting's done. Let's just save this again. New save this time. So, yeah. There could be more roleplay stuff for characters. Like if you're a paladin, like if I'm a priest and I was at the temple in the Deerfoot village, they should surely be saying, look, you know, you should know who Barath is. You're a priest of Barath. Yeah? You know, it's really just like my race that's come up, and even then, like, I'm not to mention I am also a
Yes.
I am a priest who has like, and a death god like. Surely both of those things should come up at once. That is not going to be an uncommon combination, is it? You know? I appreciate it's more work. At the same time, a lot of this game isn't voice acted. A lot of it is just text, so maybe it ain't going to be so bad. But yeah. So yeah, I'll play other classes, but yeah, like this one.
There's no accounting for taste.
But then come back here. No, never mind, just run up to him.
Hello? Hello?
fucked. Damn. Aloth. Ghost Blades. Yeah, I found the Ghost Blades. Let's have some tentacles. Tentacle, spectacles, wallet and watch.
Bring them down. So much for you.
And again, I think I was like completely out of left field. There's 40 Winks I want to play. That's a fun game. Or Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie can be hard at times, so I'm like, I don't know. We'll have to see.
As you wish.
Well, it would, you know, it is like a callback to what I used to. I used to review platform games, 2D platformers on the PS1.
As requested.
Exceptional heater shield. See, a lot of these things, yeah, they're exceptional, but it's like,
I can do that.
I can do better. Exceptional blunderbuss. How much is it worth? Doesn't say. Oh, 1,000 copper pieces. Not bad. Ball-shaped dent in the front of the shield. Okay. Right, we might have to rest them up. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see how we go. That's the entrance. Let's go out this way.
I think I see something.
Of course, we just triggered a load of traps. Yeah, it is the shortcut and the safe route, so... Loving the lamp. And we have cookies. You made stop before it turns black. I'm so lucky to have you tell things. To have you here to tell me things. Okay. Swing on the road to make a grab for the ledge. Oh no. I will send Aloth up. Riz. Oh shit, why did I send Aloth up? Armor of Faith. Cast Armor of Faith. Nice! So I used the spell here. As you fall, you cast the Divine Armor of Faith. The hook tumbles from your anchor. Why did I send? Why didn't I send Eddie? Fucking hell, I'm an idiot. Missed out on some treasure. Why don't we do that properly this time? Because I want that fucking treasure. In fact, 3 hours. Okay.
As you wish.
Not a sound.
Now, there's going to be traps here, so we've got to disarm them.
I think I see something.
Another thing I like about this game is, like, when combat is over, all the effects are over. In Pathfinder Kingmaker, I hate this. I fucking hate this. It's such an awful carryover from D&D. Basically, there's this idea of you, like, or Baldur's Gate rather, or in Pathfinder, if you're stuck in webs out of combat, you have to pass a reflex saving throw, or whatever the equivalent is in these games. And if you don't, your character's stuck there, and you can be stuck for minutes, real-time minutes, at a time. Swing for the rope. Carefully climb up the rope to secure it, so I'll send it here this time. Our faith, okay, fine, we all die. We fall down. So I don't think there's any way to pass that, because I think no matter who you send, the roof's gonna crack. Let's have our defense go up. Aloth, what are you doing? Oh, we're just all getting fucking paralyzed. That's just great, isn't it? Let's revive the fallen. Fly the motherfuckers up if you can. Eddie, thank you. Ball of the helpless beast. If I, yeah, final players might do good. Job things. What is that condition? Paralyzed. I don't know what it is they're doing. Do you actually get in a fight? Christ's sakes. Some of these fucking people. You have to tell them to do everything, because if you don't, they won't do it themselves. I think we have to rest after this one. Pillar of... No, we're not on that one. There's no point on that one. That one's nearly dead. Pillar of Holy Fire on that one. I just have to cast fire spells on that one because it's immune to everything else. Let's rest. You can hear something stirring, growling. You hear Manere twitching and murmuring in his sleep. You can't make out what she's saying, but her bare teeth and a sheen of sweat on her brow, it seems like a very bad dream. Wake up, Manere. Decker! Calm down. You're safe.
What? Oh. Oh, sorry. I must have been dreaming.
This is what I'm like when I'm sleeping. Oh. I don't know. What was the question, John? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a very strange sleeper. I think I'm alright on my own. But I don't know, because I'm asleep. But yeah, I woke up, like, one time, I was like, I was shot up and I was screaming. And my darling dearest is asking, like, what? Were you having a bad dream? I said, I don't know what I was dreaming, but I don't know. Well,
No, it's nothing. Sorry, I shouldn't have bothered you.
you aren't bothering me, but... I'm gonna go for rational. I need to improve my rational disposition, I think. We're both awake now. As we'll talk about it. She's quiet for a long time. Seems like she's already gone back to sleep, but she sighs.
You told me about your awakening.
Got up the stairs. I know what to say it's on the door. When she used to deep breaths.
I guess I've had a similar problem. There's something I remember from a former life. Happened hundreds of years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday.
How do you remember it?
Happened while I was fighting in Old Valia 20 years ago. My unit was camped out in the palace we'd just taken. The others were roasting the last of the Marcheso's pigs in the feast hall. So I went to the wine cellars to fetch a few bottles. I don't know how long she'd been hiding there, but there was this old woman. Must have been one of the servants. She had this wild look in her eyes. I approached her and tried to tell her not to be afraid, that she was safe. She screamed and grabbed my arm. It felt like someone had hit me in the back of my head. I blacked out for a few minutes, and when I came to, she was gone. I took a few bottles up with me, feasted with the rest of the troops. But when I went to bunk, I had a dream. Only it was more vivid than any dream I've ever had. I tasted the sweat on my lips, felt the jungle air on my skin, heard the cries.
What about the old woman?
I asked the other troops. None of them had seen her. Anyway, I laid off the drink for several days, but I kept having the dream. After a few weeks, I thought a change of scenery might do me good. Since then, I've been a pirate in the Deadfire, a pilgrim in the White that Wends, an adventurer in the Living Lands, and a gift-bearer in Ishamatal.
Ishamatal. So Ixamittal I've been calling wrong all the time. Ishamatal. Because I'm supposed to fucking know that, am I, Obsidian? Because not once has a voiced character pronounced that word. Ishamatal. Which I think is going to be the location of Avowed. Would be good to know how to pronounce Ishamatal. Get that in people's heads before they play the game. What's next then?
I told you I was looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon so I could leave something behind. There's a pool there, the Salt Well. It's where gift-bearers leave the heaviest burdens. It's said that a person can enter it and leave their own memories behind.
You would leave this haunting memory in the Salt Well.
That's the plan.
Only if you lose more than you intend.
At this point, I'd gladly give up all my memories if that's what it takes for peace in this life and the next.
Fair enough. I see something. How did you enter with Stalwart? The other gift bearers told me that Stalwart was close to the Abbey, so they suggest I ask for directions in town. You mean the other gift bearers don't know where the Abbey is? Like I said, it's one of Andra's most ancient temples, and her followers aren't really known for their records keeping. They don't exactly dress for the weather. Well, Shamatal's flat as platter. So, when the gift bearers told me Stalwart was up the mountains, I thought they were exaggerating. Yeah, my head packing. I see. Always happy to chat. Tell me why you really became a gift bearer. I heard the order from some missionaries about the order from some missionaries while I was in the Living Lands. I heard Andra's doctrine before, but the way they talked about the peace of forgetting, wishing the old away with the tide, it sounded good. And gift bearers' work, taking to the road, helping people lose their own burdens, that sounded good too. I kept hoping to find a way for me to lose my burden along the way. Don't about yourself. Where to begin? I spent almost 10 years as a mercenary in Elvalia. Plenty of work there. After that, I fought with the pirates in the Deadfire. Or for them, depending on who was paying. I shot Stone with the White Winds, then roamed around the Living Lands, and finally joined the gift bearers in Ishamatal. And here I am. Actually, I was asking where you came from before your adventures. Not much to tell. Grew up in Rodney. Left when I was pretty young and I haven't been back since. Why not? I know, spent almost 20 years there. Should have seen it was gonna ride. Much love forward than back, that's what I was saying. Why so much trouble? Staying in one place never much suited me. And you go with soldiering, pirates, and adventuring to join under skiff bearers. Still plenty of adventures. Just in circumstances. What was up for all the old war stories? What was Ophelia like? It's grand. A skirmish every day and a feast every and another. Come to our Marcheso's keep every night. Those are the days. Carefree days. Talk about the Deadfire Archipelago. Dangerous. You've got pirates and sea monsters, and you don't get me started on the merchants. That is actually a really good point. I had a good run back there, but I got tired of trying to keep track of who had the knife pointed at my back. My experiences in the weather winds. Short. That place is too cold for anything but leaving. I'm curious about the living lands. Most folk are. Even after 10 years there, I felt like I just saw the edges of the place. You can start the day in the desert and find yourself in the middle of the jungle by nightfall. Everything there is just a little wilder. Goes for the folk as well as the creatures. Part of me misses it still, but you wake up every day knowing that it might be your last. I stayed lucky longer than anyone has the right to expect. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I know. Thank you.
As you wish.
Trollhide belt. So, we've actually got some good choices here for gear for you. So what belt is going to work for you? The Trollhide one, or the critical damage taken? I'll give you Trollhide. No. I'm going to give you the Trollhide belt. I'm going to give that to you. There was a ring as well I saw. Oh, mine is spellbind. No, that's of no use to anyone. Alright.
Well?
So where are we now? We're in the lower cavern, okay. So I don't know if there's a middle cavern between these two. But it's a long way down, so I don't know. We shall see.
As you wish.
Yeah. So I'm liking Minea. And she's a bit of a tour guide for our little characters here. This is the closest we actually get to learning of any other location in this game's world, and it's so bad. The lore dumps are atrocious in this game, they really are. It's like, I still don't know anything about this world. Oh, and he's paralyzed, that's just wonderful. So I've got to get in. What are we doing? Early pillar? Yeah, you can go ape shit if you want. Frenzy. Random. It's like Minea is like our only actual account of what it's like in these other places.
As you wish.
Because we don't get any other context. We don't actually get to see these places. People tell us about it, but... yeah. This is the thing, like, what I like about the White Arch is that you actually feel like you're part of something. You know? It's like, the rest of the game hasn't just happened without you. And I think as well, like, the world needs to be a bit more lived in. By the player. Because it's just so... It really is so fucking miserable to play this game knowing that, like, you're missing on so much and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's really not good. It's not a good feeling at all. The chapel has been constructed. South Curtain Wall. Let's get that one done. Hopefully that will prevent the lead and key attacks. So yeah. And hopefully the lead and key agents are there and I can just pick up the loot from their bodies. But, if I automatically resolve. But yeah, the game absolutely needs to be more lived in. The world needs to be absolutely more lived in and seen by the player. The Deadfire Archipelago is so much better at like showing you the world of Eora, the world this game takes place in, than this game does. Because yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm fine with like the game being set in one particular location in the world, but it's like no, sorry, the Elder Scrolls kind of allowed you to do that. They allowed you to see all of the world. You know.
Keeping an eye out. What's this?
At least that trap was fairly obvious. There's a lot going on here.
What it?
Let's reduce the speed of all these enemies. He's using the wounds, I will give him that. He is actually burning through them, that's good. Look at this, he's just taken on this one guy and he's just killed him. So he is actually doing a lot of good stuff there. But my god. That really took some doing. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Like, Pillars absolutely needs to let you see Red Source, and like, oh, Tyranny, like, Tyranny is good for this in that, like, you've kind of seen the old, like, you've been an active participant in the events that shape the world. And so everyone's playthrough is going to be different, because not everyone's going to make the initial choices. That, you know, like, there's some areas of that game that will be barred off in your playthrough because you've decided to do something to that world. Which is pretty darn cool. These are getting closer.
Yes. I can do that. As requested.
Exceptional set test spell ward amulets. Tretaniac. Not currency in the traditional sense. Aniacs are awarded to Glenpathans for noteworthy deeds. They are palm-sized, intricately carved discs of Ardra that commemorate the deeds of the recipient. Nice. Where does this take us? The armory, the mine. Where do I gotta go? The rest of us. That one's not a threat while it's stunned. I'm not gonna leave him on his own because, like, look at this. He's doing really well. Look at the hits he's doing as well. Look at that.
Yes.
Monks are fucking brilliant. Well, I need to know what, like, armor they're gonna get.
I can do that. As requested.
Yeah, the white march that what I like about it is like, yeah, so you feel like you're actively participating in something. It's almost like a frontier, a new frontier, and like you're going to do some good here. It doesn't just feel like, oh, I guess I'll just chase after someone else's glory or something that's already happened. It's like, yeah, it's gone for dungeons or whatever to be, you know, I've had 4 participants that are no longer there or whatever. Sorry, not participants, occupants that are no longer there. But, yeah, I don't know, I just feel better about it here. Yeah. I think it's like, against like Baldur's Gate, like, the Forgotten Realms is a fairly generic fantasy land. Especially given the fact that, you know, like, it was also one of the early ones in pop culture. You know, I'm not going to, like, Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, you know, like, for games. Yeah, the Forgotten Realms, like, it's kind of basic, and it's easy to break into. It's kind of shit, though, that you need to watch a YouTube primer. A lore primer on YouTube to actually get an understanding of what this world is. And even though we still don't know all that much about it. The world around you blurs and fades to black. When your vision returns, you find yourself in a small wooden hut, its interior dimly lit by the embers of a nearby fire pit. You're wearing mail armor several sizes too large for you, and clutched in your hand is the ivory horn of some sea creatures, one end sharpened to a point. What are we going to do to you, Gadod? Your sister Kaitha huddles near you. Her eyes wide eyes fixated on the hut's door, which has been barred shut. The door shudders and splinters just beneath the heavy blows coming from the other side. Enraged growling can be heard just beyond the door. All at once, the world halts around you. Your pounding stops. Wooden splinters on the door hang suspended in the air. Kaitha no longer trembles, no longer breathes, her eyes fixed on place like a doll's. The wisp of essence you had followed to this point in her memory has dwindled to little more than a faint trail. However, you find, by concentrating on what might have happened next, you're able to sense whether it truly did. Take cover beside the door. No sooner does your mind touch on the possibility that the world lurches back into motion and a thunderous impact strikes the door crashes inward as the young girl screams. A larger creature, resembling a bear and taller than any man in your tribe, steps into the hut with a triumphant roar. It does notice you crouch beside the door. Stab the creature from behind. Dodging past the creature is probably going to work out better for me, but I'm gonna be brave and stab it from behind. You plunge the horn deep into the creature's back and it howls and thrashes in agony. Gaither dodges past the creature and flees the hut, and you're not far behind. The roars of the creature fade. Is that how it happened? It's been so long. Hard to remember. I had a vision of when I picked up the horn. Part of a helm, actually, apparently. A helm, yes. My helm. I remember it now, but who was I? Why haven't I returned to the wheel? Maybe if you knew who you were, you would know whether it was time to move on. That helm is all that remains of my old life. If you have found some of me within one piece, perhaps my memories are scattered with the rest of it. There's this piece to be found in its reassembly. I'll try down the other parts of your helm. Thank you, my friend. Oh. Guard's chorus, okay. Yeah, use a hammer and chisel to get those stones at the wall. You'll kill some of those, destroy some of the more valuable gems. Fortunately, you're able to retrieve the rest without any trouble. Was I supposed to do that differently? Choose to do it carelessly.
I'll see what I can find.
What's this?
Yeah, like Baldur's Gate is so fairly generic in its world, it doesn't really need to. You don't need to read loads and loads of lore to understand it. There is a load of lore there. But no, it's like you don't have to. Like, and a lot of the stuff is fairly self-explanatory in D&D's world anyway. It's immune. Hey, Loth. Just keep using fan of flames. There you go. So that's the upper cavern. That's the upper cavern. I'm guessing this is going to be the main entrance to the upper cavern. So yeah. We shall see. But yeah, this world is not that generic, and I even then, aha! I knew this would be the main area. Oh, goody, friendlies. Save the game. Yeah. So I haven't put my ring on this morning. Damn, my arm's slack. You want to save or what? Yeah. Like, if it is generic, I don't know, because there's not enough lore or enough information there, or information that's easy enough to read and gather to know that.
Fish. Sweat. Sulfur.
Got perfectly good smells, I see.
You approach the flames that Whisper clan with the stink of stalwart heavy upon you. You fill our halls with dreams of battle and bloodshed.
A foul grimace passed the matron's teeth. Yet even while her fingers clamp into fists, she watches you carefully. I came here to talk on behalf of Stalwart. I'm just trying to protect the village.
What right have cowards and agitators to protection? The villagers spy on our camps and spoil our hunts. They pick us off only to retreat behind their walls. Like a crack in the ice, they spread deeper into our lands with each waning moon. But we'll answer them blow for blow.
Villagers seek the White Forge, they're not after you.
Yet they come with weapons in hand, and mark their passage with the blood of my kind. And their strength fails, so they send you to carve a path through the fallen keep.
Kurgan's battery unsettles you.
Of course it does!
I think you have their attention, Rodney.
It's the diseased carcass of a ruined civilization. It festers with restless spirits and rotten magics. I see dreams. Hailstones falling like cannonballs from the ramparts. A frozen gale screeching through the tower door.
Those dreams of fears given a face. That does not mean those fears are unfounded.
My dreams drove me to found this clan. Now my dreams tell me that Stalwart's ambition will destroy us.
Intellect 17, that's probably going to be my best choice. Stalwart's barely surviving. The last thing they want is further trouble with you or anyone else.
The dreams show me a heap of rubble atop their village. Yet why would they send you?
I've had another adventuring company. Members of the Leaden Key crossed your path. I'm looking for anything they might have found.
The Night Winds whispered this name to me. They found us, clubs and cannons ready. As for what we found on them, I've more trust in you than those villagers, or the next pack of fools they call here.
She scratches her head and the rough sound is like the scraping of an iron file. That praise indeed.
I'll give you my blessing, and the remains of the last clods that passed through. Perhaps they found something of value to you. But you must keep Stalwart from harassing us further.
Agreed.
Then take the bounty of your foolish predecessors. May it serve you better.
Rodica Hood, Leaden Key Robes, Leaden Key Expedition Journal.
You shall have the peace of flames that whisper. Though I wish you hadn't left so many dead in our caves.
I'm sorry.
I hope your skills are as fine as your words. It is rare that a matron betrays her dreams.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I hadn't.
You may wander our camp freely.
Yeah, wish I hadn't come to that. The thing we could have had. Oh, imagine we needed the proper key, didn't we? Yeah, let's have a look what was down here. Payday, okay. So lucky to have you for these things. Yes, this is now considered theft if I take from these. It's not just looting now. Yeah. So, we have an ally in the ogres. And we also have the expedition journal. This leather-bound journal is embossed with the image of a key. Most of the pages are filled with rust-brown stains, or writing too small to read, but you're able to decipher a passage near the end of the journal. Couldn't detect how the front door opens, even after she pried the iron tile from the relief. The more I consider it, the surer I am that the old Valian was right. We'll have to dispose of him. But we can't afford to act until we destroy the White Forge. Even his meagre knowledge was a revelation to us. And if he's right, we've got to hope that the Cantech he speaks of was written down somewhere. We've decided to strike camp and search the area for books, records, something. Anything's better than sitting in the middle of a blizzard. So those ropes would be handy, but I am a Death God-like, so I can't really wear... I can't actually wear the ropes. I can wear the hood, rather. I wear it over my head. I love that sort of thing. The idea that, like, yeah, you can't do this thing. This thing is taking blows like crazy.
Yes?
Gridshaw's hide. Coil of resourcefulness, trap accuracy, weapon charge, recovery, dexterity. Journal page. Day 4. Knocked down another stag today. Still not worth enough hides to make this trip worth it. Day 6. Blizzard's coming. Staying put until it passes. Day 9. Close call with a pair of ogres. Lucky they didn't see us. Day 11. Tracking the large bear the Nurans spotted from the bridge. Maybe even the Greyjaw. My grandfather told stories about him. Wouldn't that be something if we were the ones to finally kill him? Day 12. It's definitely Greyjaw. We're dangerously close to the ogre cavern, but we've got Greyjaw trapped on, and his hide is too valuable to pass up. If the river should kill him, we'll be able to handle one bear. No! I'll look up another journal page. I don't know. Let's have a look. Christ sakes, use some of those wounds.
Yes?
What is it?
Wolf Cave. Let's go in here. Yeah. So, although I've got all day to record, I'm not gonna do a marathon. Like, I'm not gonna do like an 8-hour video or whatever. I think I'm probably gonna just break these down into like 2 hours. Ah! So you're the one we're after. Druid Wolf. Standing tall amongst the wolves inhabiting this cavern, the creature turns to face you as you venture forward. Scores of wounds and scars riddle its hide, and one dull eye stares blindly from its skull. It growls a wet leopard threat as you approach. One wet leopardly echoed by its wet leopard fellows. Law 4. You know this half-wolf for the spirit-shifted form of a wet leopard druid, though you see no gleam of kith intelligence within its wet leopard gaze. I've got to stop doing that. As the creature's wet leopard feet lie 2 villagers, one heavily wounded, the other holds an arm across his stomach as he looks up to you with pleading in his eyes.
Help! Please help us!
Is that a guy who plays Saul Goodman? As the beast turns its head back towards the hunter, you sense a strange aura emitting from it. It's as if its hide were holding a tempest of soul essence, fierce and all-consuming as flame. Can you understand me? The creature snaps the snarls, evidently uncomprehending. Its edges towards the nearest hunter, which you what? Even as it watches you balefully with its single eye. Balefully with its single eye. So, Old Bale Eye is the name given to Commissar Garrick from Warhammer 40k by Garskull Maguruk Thraka. Old Bale Eye. And, yeah. They're sort of duels are legendary. I think he's actually, like, off-screen dead, I'm not sure, which is a shame. It just casually says, oh yeah, by the way, Garrick's dead. Oh, great, okay. But I don't think it's true. Hopefully not. Reach out for the soul's beast. The beast's soul. It takes little effort before the beast's soul threatens to overwhelm you with its intensity. Wrath and hunger buffets you on all sides, until you reach through the storm to find a smaller, dimmer pulse of light, and ahead, sweeping headlong into a memory. The chill bites your cheeks, and your lungs burn a little from the run. You look down at the little wooden carving in your hand, and you run your thumb along the edge of the carved bear's spine. A totem has already brought you luck. You found 2 rabbits and many snares, and that's a rare enough feat these days. You're certain now that this gift was a gift from Gallowayne, that you were meant to find it on the lonely shrine and take it.
Soldier.
Your father's voice snaps out of your reflection, and you rush forward to join him beside the campfire. You brandish the hairs and catch a glimpse of rare smile under his greying beard. But the smile disappears almost immediately as shadows fall over you both. You feel the rush of wind a moment before the log comes crashing down, and you roll out of the way just in time. You hear your father cry out in pain somewhere nearby. Both the hairs and the totem slip from your grasp. You can feel power surging within you. Your heart thunders in your chest, but instinct pulls your senses into order, and you feel the familiar stretch of limbs, the sudden dizzying shift in height. But something is wrong. Your senses are fading. Rather than growing stronger, there's a howling in your head, like a screaming chorus, and everything in you shrieks for you to bite, to tear, to eat. The memory slips away from you. And when you come back to yourself, the beast is shaking his head as if to clear an itch, clawing at its ears. Soldrin? The creature snaps and snarls, evidently uncomprehending. Edges towards I'm gonna rush towards out the hunter. Got a new quest. Gonna send someone. What's the quest? On a remote island in the Deadfire Archipelago, the famed apothecary Tamabuatua creates potions and unguents that are renowned from Nasatak to the southern edges of the Eastern Reach. He boasts that the secret to his success is the location of the archipelago, from which he has access not only to a huge array of native creatures and plants, but also to merchants travelling from all the settled parts of the world. Lately, Talon's home and the laboratory has come under attack by pirates, forcing him to flee from island to island almost every day. The apothecary's clients and Talon's children have pled with the pirates to stop their pursuit. Receiving no sympathy from the pirates and no help from the mainland rulers of Abet. I bet. They have turned to mercenaries in the recent Eastern Reach for help. Okay, let's help you out. Who would be a good fit for hunting down pirates? You, Palagina, can help out. Hunter's favor. Oh shit. Of course. I back away. Might be able to find this thing. I'm an idiot. We might be able to come to a good conclusion here. Might not be able to save the hunter, who's already heavily wounded. But we might be able to help this guy. So yeah.
Of course.
Because I do want to try and help out.
Help!
Can you understand me? Reach out for the beast's soul. Soldier, back
Wait!
away.
Don't leave us here, please!
The Crossed Eye. Okay, a different quest this time. In the court of Bangasha stands a towering Arja statue intertwined with living trees. Dating back to the Ingwithans, it is believed to represent an Orlan ruler of that lost empire. Though the natural progress of time has done some damage to it, the Glamfathans remember one act of vandalism against it from the early colonial days. During the chaos of the Broken Stone War, explorers ventured deep into Glamfath, made their way to the court of the Burning Ashes, and scaled the statue to break loose a single eye. Large as Narmara's head and made of pure Johnbonne. Most of the members of that band were captured and killed by the Glamfathans, but the eye was never recovered. In recent years, rumours have spread through the Eastern Reach that a new owner of the eye has attempted to sell it through covert markets. The Anamfatha of at least 3 tribes would reward anyone who would recover it. Wow, okay, yes, Sagani you can get. You're already assigned to that. I can't click on you anyway. Yeah, track it down. 4 turns, that's quite a while. Was there anything in this landslide here?
It looks safe.
Crater Hunter's Camp. There's something over this way. Okay. We'll have to go to the pond as well. So yeah. So there's a lot to do in this expansion, but I'm not going to do it all in 8 hours. In an 8-hour go.
I think I see something.
Go. The Hunter's Totem. Let's go to the Shrine of Gallowayne. Place down the totem. Hopefully bring peace. If we can't help the wounded hunter, we can at least help this guy.
Hey. What is it?
Place totem on the altar. As you set the totem back down on the shrine, the wind suddenly picks up, lifting powdery snow and leaves into the air. You hear the distant baying of hounds upon the breeze. The air grows thick with the scent and taste of copper and gunpowder. The bear's carving's eyes seem to gleam, pinpoints of crimson against the sudden growing darkness. Lean shadows prowl against the backdrop of the stone altar, and for one timeless moment you feel as though you're being pulled away by a sudden current of fear and ferocity, the chill of chasing and the panic of being pursued. As at last it releases you, the shadows melt away under the moonlight. In the distance you hear a mournful howl. Turn to the cave and see what happened. Save the game and find out what's going on. There's not much I've seen in gaming news, so I can't really report on that at the moment. So I might have to look for some in between breaks and uploads. But yeah. Nothing good, I can tell you that much. Children. This young man nearly vanishes within his tattered furs. Both man and hide are covered in patches of grime and dried blood. His head snaps up immediately as you enter. You find yourself on the receiving end of one fearful, one-eyed gaze.
What? What's happened? Who are you?
I returned the totem of Gallowayne. You're cured.
Gallowayne, the totem! I took it to gift to Father, and then the ogre attacked. I changed, and it was like I was shackled to someone else. He wanted to chase, to hunt forever. I remember it in pieces. It's mostly darkness, but I could see. Sometimes. I think I hurt someone. Wait. My father. Thiersch. Is he alive? Where is he?
He's injured, but alive.
Oh, merciful gods. I don't know what to say. What you must have seen of me. I remember the taste. How can I return home after all this?
Slaps Soldier hard across the face. Soldier looks at him with wide eyes, dumbstruck. It usually works for me. He looks around at everyone. What? Soldier seems to take off the head. You can't make amends for your actions out here. You should help Stalwart.
You speak sense. I can't run from what I've done. From the families I've destroyed. I'll return home and do what I can to help them. I will go home and beg my father's forgiveness. To you, I offer this. It is the dearest thing I own.
This pendant has been added to your inventory.
I will tell my father what you have done for me. If you mean to return to Stalwart, perhaps you will find me there.
I'm guessing this hunter died, though. Yep, he dead. Kurok's brand. 1 200. A dear modal, oval in Red Territory and 600 acres of Wallace Fields. He considers himself a pious man. His neighbours and tenant farmers knew him by his fervent devotion to Boudica. Ah, great. He laboured alongside his tenants and kept meticulous records of production and sales. He carried... he was also known for his pitiless temper and his ruthless with shirkers. He carried a switch with him that would savagely thrash any worker who caught dawdling or lagging. Yet he was a favourite of the imperial governor, so his successors were not overlooked. One day, Whiteman approached him while he was doling out an especially savage beating. Whiteman, fresh from his encounter with Earthus, demanded that Kurok release his victim. When the Lord refused, Whiteman asked what the tenant farmer had done to deserve such treatment. He neglects his duties in the field, Kurok replied. Every day he gathers less, yet still enjoys the protection of my estate. Is it any wonder that your harsh treatment of the man would render him unable to fulfill his duties? Let him enjoy a week of rest. You will return to your service renewed. Kurok sneered. You would reward his indolence. It is my right and responsibility to discipline him in the way for his errors. What authority gave you such a power over this man? Whiteman asked. Unica, the Oathbinder. It is she who set me above the farmer as his lord, an employer, and her order that I serve in disciplining him. But Whiteman persisted. Does not the quiet winter beget the fruitful spring? It is by Earth's clemency that we enjoy rebirth in each new life and restoration with each morning. And it is Earth's season that blesses your fields. I say to you again, release this man. In his fury, Kurok turned on Whiteman, his switch raised to strike it. The rod grew suddenly hot in his hand. He cried out, and as he held the rod it ignited. The flame that gushed forth blinded him instantly, scarring his face in the manner of the burned queen. Kurok dropped the smouldering rod and fled to tell the governor what he had witnessed. Oh. Burn damage. Cast combusting wounds on someone. Wow, okay. On a hit or critical hit, and grants 1 fireball per rest. Not bad at all. I quite like that. Walking shadows. Do you stealth with... Okay. For 2 minutes. How it found its way here, I have no idea. Perhaps it was used to melt the ice. Who can say?
All that time fighting upon the sea. Oh, you must have some great stories.
The rot gut and cannon blasts knocked most of them out of my head. Those were good days.
You ought to meet my sister. Where in Rawatai are you from, anyway?
Little coastal town. Definitely no cannons or rot gut there.
I like her. She's good. I don't know if she appears in the next game, though. Hopefully. But we'll see what use we have for a barbarian in that one. But yeah, there's some really good companions in that game. Cloud of water is visible through the large hole cut through the thick ice. It is larger than a hosting hole, wider than a broadest Armoa. They keep using Armoa for measuring units. Like, in this part of the map alone, we've had bigger than an Armoa's head, and now we've had this. Okay. Instead, the surface of the water laps against layered ice. You reach out to test the water. It nips at your fingers with every ripple, quickly numbing your hands after a few seconds. Okay. Animal tracks plenty. We can pass smaller ones. Okay. Look at the bottom of the water pool. Okay. We got nothing in particular. Dive in to search the bottom of the pond. I cast Bulk the Elements. I have Aloth do it. Aloth begins to draw energy out of the ether and into a grimoire. There is a sudden flash of lights from the open page, and you are bathed in a protective aura. You tip your hand in the water, you can feel its ripple climbing into your skin, but you notice no change in temperature. Have Eddie dive in. That's the cool, most welcoming. Protected by the spell, Edir manages to swim with ease to the bottom of the pond. Directly below the hole, at the very bottom, Elia's hands feel find heavy objects made of wool and metal. They are chests, small but heavy. One by one, struggling to carry the weight after the water. After a heroic effort comes out of the frozen pond. You let a few minutes pass to recover the ordeal, and you're ready to inspect your findings. Chests are marked with the symbols of Ondra. You grab one of them and pry it to the top to reveal the contents. Inside, all you see are rocks. You shake the surprise off and grab another chest. The same result greets you after opening it. More rocks and nothing else. And nothing of value. Something is surely amiss. The proof of your finding, you take one of the chests you find with you. Okay. Huh. How very strange indeed. Just rocks in those chests. Okay. Let's see where that goes. I'm just going to explore the rest of the map. I'm going to make some drink. A little bit of bite to eat maybe. I shall be back in a moment. And I am back, and I think everything is all going okay. Had some technical errors going on the desktop, but hopefully that's all resolved. Okay, where to now? I think I'm going to go down this way.
Of course.
This time we're going to deal with this properly. Just a fireball fucking everything. Defense spells out the arse. Jesus, these things hit hard. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Fan of flames just slaughter everything you can. Pillar of fire. I'm gonna have to use that on him. Heal up. What else we got? I'm just trying to look at fire spells. Fireball, please just fireball everything. Helpless beast shape on that one. Nope, can't do it. Okay, restore major endurance on you. You need to stay alive longer than anyone else. Yeah, just keep using fireball, I guess, because that's the only thing that's actually going to happen. I've got a pillar of holy fire. Let's see if that doesn't hit me. Thank God for that. Okay, so pillar of holy fire actually worked. Can't use my divine mark. Searing seal. Ghost blades, what the hell? Shoot him if you could, that'd be great. I might have to revive. I can't revive anyone. I can get people back from death. I can get. No, I can't get Eddie back for some reason. Oh, it would result in the death of a character now. You haven't got any more Savage Endurance stuff. Arcane Veil. Where are you even running to, anyway? Right, what can I do? Defense. Wound binding. Never mind. Just gonna have to keep burning it. Hopefully I can knock it down. Yeah, we're gonna need a shroud now. Stay away and just shoot it. Dire Blessing. Increased crit chance. That was the hardest fight I've ever done in this game. Supplicant. Leaving in 12 hours. If ignored, you will reduce my prestige. Minor negative reputation. Send escort. What does that mean? Escort him off the premises? Do I get to go instead? I don't know. Let's try a send escort. Let's see what happens. Hope it's not the other kind. Not paying that much. So what does escort do? Does it mean I get to go there in my character's stead? Durance. No, I'll pay him off. Fuck it. It would be good to see how much I'm actually paying them off, but still. Yeah, Jesus, that fight was harder than it had any right to be. What is it with those ice trolls? I get, okay, fine. They're going to be resistant to a lot of stuff, but come on. That's the hardest fight we've done so far.
Of course.
Right, events. Payoff.
Yes.
There's still that bit there. There could be enemies up that way.
What is it?
I'm gonna rest. Fuck this. I'm not going up this way without some insurance. Is there anything to this crater? We're just there for the sake of it. No. We don't want to go to the battery, let's get out of here. Return to town, hand in some quests, and in fact that might be a good point to end this part. And then the next part, we can go to, what's it called, Longwatch Falls. If the game will allow us. And then we can go to the battery. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, it's a good expansion, I like it. Lots of different things, lots of interest, and other things. I sense the presence of another one of pieces of the helm. That's interesting.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
So if I do some scouting, I wonder if I can find it nearby. Oh, let's ask around town. Let's go to the houses and just try and recall who needs what. Hopefully that lady that we rescued from the burning house has awoken. No, no, you're not the one I want to talk to. Ones I want to talk to, rather. I think I'll go this way. You'll notice as well there's no backer NPCs, so this is, I was about to say, quite an escape from your Watcher stuff. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know about that.
Got to speak up? Did you say he's got to speak?
No. Yeah. It's like you do notice, like, as someone who does actually, like, look at the backer NPCs and sometimes reads the backstories, yeah. You're keeping an eye on town here. You found anything out near Longwatch now? The thermal pearl. Yeah.
So, you're back.
Regards, the Graves Rest. Yeah, we need to go. The Graves Rest, we need to go here. Because we need to talk to the Orlan, who has been up to stuff. Who killed a man. And I get, you know, his first instinct is to run. He was a slave, but the kid didn't deserve it. Well, maybe he did, but it's not for me to judge.
Any progress with Devala?
Who said that you agreed to your indenture, and that you killed the boy in your escape?
And I thought you were going to get rid of Devala, not sell me out to her. What she said is true. I had a gambling problem when I was younger. I've paid 7 years of my life for it. I won't pay any more. As for the boy, I didn't want to hurt him. But he saw me as I was sneaking out of the stockade. I wish it had gone differently. But I'd do it again. Anything to keep from getting sent back to that place.
Already killed her.
Thank the gods. Every last one of them. I never thought I'd see this day, and thank you most of all.
Wait, no, sorry, no, I'm talking over this.
And tell Hathrick that he
What?
can keep the rest
No,
of
the
us
conversation
free.
doesn't end here.
I'm off.
No. 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 I've killed the person, but you're going to prison. That's the agreement. I'll kill the fucking slavers, not a problem. But he doesn't fucking walk for murder. I wish it had gone differently. I'd do it again. No, it doesn't work like that. You killed an innocent. It'd be one thing if the child was abusing him, fine. Okay. Not a problem with that at all. Oh.
Of course.
No, it's alright. Just didn't cover the map. But no, you don't get to walk away from this. And he chose to go into that. He paid 7 years, fine. Yeah, he paid off his debt, and yeah, 7 years of indentured servitude for that. Yeah, it's a long time. It's an absolutely long time. But no. I killed her. And he's going to prison. That should have been the option. It shouldn't just be one or the other. Where's the option to say, okay, thank you for that?
Does anyone have any extra rations? I did some white leaf and now I'm very hungry.
Yeah.
Any progress with Devala? And I thought what she says for the... I wish it had gone
Right, your
differently.
crime can't go unpunished. You'll do penance at prison in
Do it
Kenua.
again.
Punch like a corner animal, bare his teeth and grimace his eyes, dart around the dingy room and back to you. Strains and sighs. Yeah, you gotta fucking run.
It's not a yoke around my neck. And I suppose it's better than dying in this frozen crater of a town.
This is less of his dignity and prepares for the long march to Kenua. Level up. In fact. Yeah. So, what else are we gonna do? So, law, obviously want that up. My survival. Let's improve my survival skill a bit. I might have to retrain my characters, to be honest. Okay, more stuff here. Aggrandizing radiance. Alright, hang on, let me just go back. I need to have a look at my spells.
Yes.
I don't know how many uses of my spells I get until I rest. Let's buy a room, and let's look back at this. What's going on with my stronghold? Oh, I need to pay off the supplicant. There we are.
Got rid of that little fella, eh? Take this with my thanks. Didn't need his trouble around here. Anyway, what brings you back?
I like a room.
Top quality bear pelts on every bed. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, we'll take that, yeah. Dexterity, Might, and Constitution. Absolutely, that's great. Right, so what spells do I get? So I already got 2 5-level spells. I could do with... I'll gladly take more.
What is it?
But let's have a look at what I get. Let's improve our survival. No, let's not improve that much. I want my law skill to go up. So, how many points does that leave me the next time? Okay, 2. So, they do carry over. Great. So, we'll carry over. Brilliant Radiance. What if I Holy Radiance to do AoE burn damage? Interdiction. 1 per hour. Go to I. Daze an enemy. Attack speed is reduced by 50%, not bad. Or Aggrandizing Radiance. I'm not reducing the healing, I need that. But is there anything else I can do? Rhymer's Summon. 1 per encounter. I can summon 2 skeletons. I might actually go for this one. I might go for that. Because at the end of the day, it's more stuff for me. It requires at least 15 seconds in combat. If there's a sudden summon, then yeah. Charmed. I prefer Dominated, and I'm always using the staff. Whatever it is, Scepter. Wounding Shot, try and summon. 4th level spell. What spells do I get at 4th level I'm actually using? So Death's Door, Great Searing thingy. Try the Crusaders. More healing. Major Endurance is always good. I do like my 3rd level spells with Pillar of Faith. Yeah, I'll go for Pillar of Faith, I think. No. No. Let's go for the Brilliant Radiance. Unless there's anything else here. Uh, 20% health over 13 seconds. I might go for field triage. That's always a good one to have, so I can heal other people. I am sort of taking the role of a healer. More accuracy with the rods and scepters. Mace. In fact, yeah, that's actually pretty good for me. Mace, scepter, rod. Those are the sort of things I'm using. Some more accuracy would be good at some stage. One-handed style. I think my scepter's considered one-handed. It converts crits. Melee weapons. Okay, never mind. Interrupting blows. That's always fun. Brilliant Radiance. Let's do that. As long as I'm still healing. Yep, does 166 burn damage over 4 seconds. Yeah, it's very fun indeed. Eloth,
How may I help?
you're probably going to get an extra spell, aren't you? So 3rd level might be good. More fireball. But 4th level, I do like the tentacles. I really like the tentacle ones. But let's see what happens when you go for this. Let's improve your survival a bit more. You already got high law. Akamir's Wondrous Torment. Oh, so we choose more spells. Okie dokie. Freeze damage. Malignant Cloud. Torrent of Flame. Inflicts burn damage. Oh, what don't know. Let's do this one. With a stuck. They become stuck and become an anchor of a frigid ray of. It's a beam. If it hits all enemies, all allies, that's not good. Creates a pike of pure magical force that deals pierce damage and cause a foe-only blast explosion like wands do. Spirit Lance, Blast of Frost, AoE. Yeah. Oh, in a cone. I'm gonna go for the Spirit Lance my vision. Oh no, sleep! Yes, a sleep spell. That's gonna be really good. Oh, we get to choose this. Okay, 4th level, what have we got here? Grimoire Slam. So, so 1 per encounter. Crush damage, and it knocks the enemy back. Hardened Veil. Modifies Arcane Veil, so it provides additional deflection. Not bad, if someone's attacking at that particular thing. Grants an extra 4th level spell. I do like my 4th level spells. Let's go for it. I do like my tentacles.
Yes.
They're bloody great. Can't go for my athletics. My survivals I think is high enough. No, I need to go for my survival. I need to increase that more because I need to keep going for improving that stuff. Rapid recovery. Modifies constant recovery. So, instead of getting 6 endurance, I'm now getting 66 endurance over 45 seconds. Yeah. So I'm constantly healing myself. I need something like that, I really do. There we go. And everyone else shouldn't be too far behind, I don't think. Look at that. Well, nearly there anyway, so...
Well? As you wish.
Hello, sir.
You find anything? Hate to think of those slimy bastards carrying my haul into a freezing hole somewhere.
No, but we need to go back to the temple, don't we? So, how long have we been recording? 2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, I might be able to get this little bit done. Something else I need to do as well. I might need to do a session recap for D&D. I record the, I do a recap of the sessions that we've had. Tell the events. And a lot's happened. It's all good.
I hope you've had some luck.
I know where the gift bearer cast your heirlooms away. Did you find them? Where's the medallion? The chests of offering to Wander are empty. How is that possible? Someone took it. Who? Do you know? I suspect Laughter knows. I'm going to talk to her. Yeah. Let's see who these people really are and what they do. I've already heard them talking about this. After. I heard the worshippers of Barath visited you recently, so that's something I want to know. Little happens around here that doesn't end in the mouths of villagers, but we're obliged to assist everyone, regardless of their faith. A group of women came to us, yes. Their leader wanted to know of Durgan's battery. I obliged and pointed them in its direction. They left as quietly as they arrived, which didn't make us any less concerned about their true intentions. This place has grown dangerous enough already. I found your chests. They're only filled with rocks. I see. No use in keeping the charade any longer, is there? The group swings into action. The sound of unsheathing blades fill the room. But we shouldn't act so rashly. These get their weapons pointed at you. We've been pretending, yes, but it is so different from... But is it so different from what Andros priests do? Villagers and travellers give us things they want to forget. We make them disappear. Isn't that the same thing? We aren't murderers, and we prefer to be as far away from this place as we can. Why make a bloody mess of this? I'm willing to help you look the other way. What do you propose? A simple deal. You keep our little secret to yourself, and we share some of our offerings with you before we slip away. Kishatel brought back the dwarves' heirlooms. You can have them too. I agree. The heirlooms, something extra, and you're free to go. Smart. Most of the gifts the goddess receives are worth little, sadly, but we do manage to coax out more worthy offerings to our fellows from time to time. Here's one. 6,000 copper. The rest in the large chest. Thieves, packed to the road, form a single line like priests on a pilgrimage. Laughter cracks the door open and peeks outside. Signals to the thieves to escape and gives you one last glance. This time, we move on. Maybe I should have let them decide. Villagers decide. I have your medallion. Let's see it. Here it is. Yes, it's her medallion. You've done good to me here today. I swear, if I had a king's treasure to give you in return. I also found your armor. I don't need it. Don't know what I'd do with it. Keep it. More luck to you. He turns around and walks away, looking not at the path ahead but the precious sailing clenched in his hands. Even so, the stride of his short legs seemed filled with confidence. Lost 48 copper pieces to bandits, 892 gained. This is what it's looking like now. Now that we've got that security up, people are doing better. We're getting more money back. We're not losing so much to bandits, and I think we're going to lose even less soon enough. Fish. It'll take some time, yes, but Rodney, Elton explained to me some part of what you did to save him, but I still can't believe it. I think, all this time.
You couldn't have known, Father. Everything that happened, it was my doing. I tried to free myself, but
There won't be time enough for that. This is not well on now.
Stranger, I never imagined I could not hope to see my son again. But you have returned him to me.
But there's no reward that I can offer that will match that. But I hope that you will see accept this. Well, nod and be stoic.
You will always be welcome here. May the gods turn their gaze from you, stranger, and may your path be clear.
I don't want the gods to turn their gaze from me. I want them to watch me. I want them to watch very, very closely. His mechanic skill is high enough. Yeah, I'll do that. Third level stuff. Okay, Press 5 changes. Oh! 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 Ganesh beast let the night with his breath. Summons a drake. Oh, but not knock on the door of Hurdle and Girdle. Two fearsome ogres. Rise again, Scions of Adon. Revive with 62 endurance. Wow. 7 nights she waited while the white winds wept. Foe AoE. Buffs. These are all good. The Brideman slew 34. They crossed half the hall. These are all good. All of these I could choose. I'm gonna go for the Drake though. I need the Drake. You know how cool that is? Acolyte's Radiance. 1 per encounter. So these are all class specific ones now, so no, I don't need those. But what about Ruffian? 6 accuracy with the pistol, not bad. I'm trying to think of something like, I need something that makes me chant faster. Is there anything like that that I can do? Interrupting blows would be good. Modal stuff, maybe not. Body control, unstoppable. Cautious attack. Shield deflection, no. Disengaging, no. Utility, fast runner. Deep pockets now. Weapon sets. Quick switch. Interrupting blows is always good. chance to delay an opponent's attack is good. One-handed style? Melee weapon? Shit. It's, marksman! Accuracy against distant targets. It would be kind of cool if I could... No. Could I? It's two-handed, okay. I was going to say, could I hold a pistol in each hand? I'm going to actually level... I'm going to hold all my supply points for the next level. Mechanics. Two-handed styles, melee weapons. Wilder Hunter interrupting blows. 5 accuracy. I don't know what my accuracy is already. Accuracy was very good though, I don't want to miss. Interrupting blows, I'll go for that. Oop, got my console commands up, don't need that. Survival skill. Yeah. Create a frenzy. Cultivates the barbarians in a rage, granting additional bonuses while under the Cultivates a frenzy. 2 magic constitution, not bad. Got a 2-weapon style. I like interrupting blows, I really do. I love that. Slow the enemy down even more, yeah. It's like my sort of... Why do I keep pressing that? I do apologise. Zahua. Your athletics skill can go up, along with your survival. Let's boost your survival. Your stealth. No, let's hold the points over. Lightning strikes, so you can do lightning damage. I don't need more wounds. Actually, I'm going to go for the lightning strikes. Because I'm wondering if enemies are immune to my melee attacks. Because I'm not doing any particular kind of damage, but crushing damage. So I'm going to go for lightning. Yeah. Transcendent Suffering. Okay, so it's my passive ability. The base unarmed damage starts much higher than other characters and apparently increases the levels they gain. Okay, yeah, so we'll end this part here, I think.
Zawa is ready.
But let's have a look. What's his stats like? Because this is amazing. So his fists are doing 23 to 29 damage. You're doing 16 to 23 damage with your weapons. In fact, hang on a second, we should surely have some better weapons for you than those. A fine battle axe and a fine sword. We can do better. Let's get you something better than that. So what weapons are you actually proficient with? This is the thing I don't know. No, I won't say that, will it? Yeah, seems as though you can wear it, you can use any weapons. That's actually quite good. So, what weapons am I going to give you then? You need something better than a sword. Two-handed, so you're using 2 weapons, so one-handed weapons. Let's compare. So 14 to 20 damage, okay, not great. But 30% of grazes are converted to hits. It has greater attack speed and it does burn damage. Right, that's solved. You're having Unforgiven. And a sword. What sword do you want? You can have a stiletto, you can have a dagger. I think the only good sword I've actually got to give you... I could give you a mace. Bitter cut. 10% for poison tax. Infestation maggots. It's not really something you're going to use. 600 for corrode damage. It's a unique type. Okay, let's go for it. It's better than nothing. Better than that. And who knows? Maybe we can enchant it. Can we remove that? What does it take to make an exceptional? Vithrak. A legendary. Kraken Eye. Gonna be higher level anyway. Make a fine weapon. So it's increases accuracy and damage. You can give it increased accuracy or increased damage, but I don't want to do that just yet. Well, this one. So we've got an equality. Okay, slaying. In fact, can I modify this? I can't enchant any further. I'm loving this anyway. I want to give it to someone else. Well, I'd love to give it to you, to be honest. Because it's not so good on me. I'd actually rather actually get into combat, but... yeah, I don't know. I like it on me. There's other soulbound weapons, but I'm sure we can find them. It's -5 accuracy. You know what? No, we will consider that for next time.
Hey.
Eddie, yeah, your gear's all pretty good, isn't it? Oh yes, we've got a new cloak as well, haven't we? Range damage, accuracy against beasts. No. None of my guys can use it yet. No, it's not worth it. And the Ancestor Pendant, Guardian Spirit. Summons a Phantom. Oh, so when you're knocked unconscious, you summon a Guardian Spirit. That's kind of cool. And you get 2 Constitution. Yeah, you're near invincible. I'm going to give you this one. So when you go down in combat, you have... so enemies take more slashing damage. So that means that, because he's only doing fist punching damage anyway, he's not going to do anything. So, yeah, so he'd be better for that. And a helmet as well. Have we got any better helmets? No. These are just purely for cosmetic purposes. That's what it looks like he has that on. Oh, that's quite good. I like that. Yeah, some sort of hood. It suits him. Yeah, the coif. I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Longwatch Falls. So in the next part, we're going to Longwatch Falls. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And we will go to... That's what I'm doing. Yeah, we will go to... Longwatch Falls and see what's happening there. And hopefully, Divinity Original Sin 2 will have downloaded enough that I can start loading videos. And that will be fun indeed. In fact, there's just one more thing I want to check. Guards Chorus. Somewhere in Star Village. I should ask around for it. Okay, fine, we can do that. Okay, so there's bounty there. Okay. We just go back to the fishery. We won't end it here. That's what I want to check out. Well, I'm just travelling as well. What's my reputation? Yeah, it's stalwart. I'm an ally, I'm fairly good. Okay, fine.
Need something. Been running it. It may stink a fit. Herds, but try tell stalwarts just about my family. Need anything else?
I'll buy that. I'll buy a fish as well, buy your oil.
Need something else. Been running it. It may stink. Herds, but try tell stalwarts just about my family. Need anything else?
No, okay. Yeah, just that they mentioned that, you know, because he's got a task, but I don't know actually what there is he wants. Waiting for the other chance. Oh, that's something we need to do, is we need to talk to the mayor.
Me and Sledge are thinking about heading down, joining a caravan over to Donning.
Donning? What for? You like your ogres bigger?
We'd have work at least, and I'm damn sick of fish.
Well?
Yeah, so we need to talk about a settling piece, the ogres. And, yeah. No, this isn't the house. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's...
Keeping an eye out. I'll give it a try. Request, at least.
Just over there.
What is it?
Yes?
Bonzodon statue.
Yes.
So I think we can actually body block.
Zawa is ready.
So we can cover their line of sight.
Aye?
Following your lead.
But anyone behind her can't be seen.
Tell me.
Yes.
Following your lead.
Yes.
Got to speak up? Did you see me? But I've been praying to this. Got to speak.
No.
Of course.
So the bone thing isn't here. Where else in the village could it be? Because I found it just a random container. What if the merchant's got it? It's not the mayor. Oh, excuse me
Any
a
luck
second.
with dirt?
I'm back.
Who? Sorry, I don't recall the name. Last expedition I met disappeared weeks ago. Didn't give any names, but they definitely haven't come back this way. Don't mean the Sfeara weren't part of an expedition, though. We get groups passing by sometimes looking to try their luck. What's on your mind?
Still to you about the ogres.
You did right in parlaying with Baragon. Don't know that anyone else here is gonna see it that way, but I thought you should know.
Okay, so it all seems good. So, as far as I'm aware, we can move into the next part of the map without trouble. And that's what we're going to do.
Scenic marches and campfire feasts. Like the good old days on the Valian front. You got any memories like that, Adair?
Well, let's see. Sometimes we'd march 2-3 days without sleep. Start seeing things that weren't there.
Nice thing about mercenary work is you can always quit.
Right, so I'm going to take a break there. Nice breakfast proper this time. And just relax all day to do a bit more. I'm hoping I can get this expansion done, but if not, well, there's plenty of other parts, plenty of other days to play. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care. Ta-ta for now.